They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Roadrunners' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas A&M's offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. It rolls out of bounds. So UTSA's out stable.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful.
So dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line. It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And that is beautiful defense, timing up the blitz, getting in the backfield, and not just getting there, laying the big lick.
I think that ball carrier, his eyes were like saucers on that one. He knew he was running that thing right into the teeth of it, and boy, he paid it price.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Roadrunners have this offense rolling. To the air, it's McCown. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback, and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Snagged in the middle, it's McCoy. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Hold and fire complete.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
A strike downfield. Creates a little room. Oh, out of space. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. The huge play got them on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Fires into the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box. The play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The 12th man, more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Fires to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Roadrunners decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Gonna run it. It's Moss. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Reed. Now rolling to the left. He's going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up to convert third down. Trying play action. He lobs one high down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggie.
This is an offense that wants to take shots in the pass game. That time they went play action, and they were throwing the go route. That's one-on-one. Who's faster? The receiver gets in behind the defender. He is able to make the catch and take it in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Michigan is currently ahead in this one in a jam-packed big house, but it's been close so far. They're up by 7 over New Mexico. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Here's the pressure. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you see the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game.
There he goes. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great catch and run for 6.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Rides the back and leaves it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's McCown. Hauls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Henry. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to...
Third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. What a first quarter they've already put together, up 21-3 and going for more. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Oh, they're after him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Dropping back, it's Reed. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Henry. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing to wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Pulls it in. It's Bussey. Got some room into the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it from the gun. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Roadrunners will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The DBs will back off a bit. Rush is on him.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Makes the grab close to the logo. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Takes a handoff. It's Moss. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He's picked up 48 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51. Oh, it's blocked. They'll start this drive from the 42. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's McCown. The short hand, it's Thomas. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. The Roadrunners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. He's got him. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Now facing a third and long. Tight end now in motion. Handoff from the gun. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Roadrunners are marching down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
You can just see the excitement. Time, they've registered a sack.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the left. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. The Roadrunners have taken it inside the 20. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Trying the left side. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this...
Oh, he's got some space. He's now up to 70 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
Yeah, and obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill at running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays. It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Gonna take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. This offensive line has just been unable. Back to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
And the Roadrunners will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bussy. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him.
Breaks into the open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play. They give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Reed. Moving away from pressure. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike through the air for the score.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. Catches it at the 30. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. And they'll get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
To the air. It's McCown. Floats it out in space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Henry. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gives it on the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. And the Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. Takes it on the return. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. He'll keep it himself. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
When he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
They'll give it to the back. Slithers into space. Turning it on. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. A&M comes back out with another first down. They run to reverse. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Might be calling a hot route. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got enough space, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He leaves it with his back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Roadrunners want to crank the tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Roadrunners. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Texas A&M, 56.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Quick spin on the run.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Reed. That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't haul it in inbounds. Dealing with a 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Keeps looking downfield. He's in open space downfield. Oh, he got loose. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Donald. Didn't pick up a lot there. just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Got it in the middle. It's Allen. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Makes his man miss. Just keeps moving. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. And the Roadrunners with the 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Roadrunners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. There he goes. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the 2nd half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the 2nd half to get back in this game?
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They try to get it outside on the left. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He might want another play. The toss to the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. He'll try it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Let's go.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Touchdown, Texas A&M. All that baby in and then strolled into the quick update. Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Peterson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Roadrunners send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's got great speed. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
And the Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Can't get him to the ground. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Gonna run it. It's Owens. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Aggies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They'll try the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Aggies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll knock him down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. And the Roadrunners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Roadrunners line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for a man. It's Zeno. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Now the play fake. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16. And the Roadrunners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. The Roadrunners will bring the punt team onto the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking for room, it's Moss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They just handed the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no Moss. Get it together.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing.
coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the